Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got some news coming out of Tesla, specifically related to Elon Musk. We can see that Elon Musk plans to lead Tesla for at least 5 more years. As we can see, the CEO of Tesla, obviously Elon Musk, essentially suggesting that he is going to spend less money and time on politics and intends to defy calls for him to step down. So let's have a read of this. Tesla's CEO said that he intends to remain the CEO of Tesla, despite calls for him to step down amongst the massively declining sales that we've seen recently, and the criticism of his stance and essentially role in politics. So he has been speaking at the Qatar Economic Forum, and he said that he intends to stay the CEO of Tesla, saying that the worst is over, with the brand already recovering from the worst start to its calendar year in history. Now, please do bear in mind, the first 3 months of 2025 saw Tesla post an operating income of $399 million. That was actually down 66% from the first quarter of 2024. Obviously, a massive decline. For a number of reasons, mainly that we have already spoken about on the channel, right? His political engagement, the competition, so many different factors really coming together at a terrible time to make everything significantly worse. Anyway, so he says it's already turned around. Elon Musk is suggesting that they've lost some sales on the left, but they've gained some on the right. We see no problems with demand. Really interesting that he says this. Again, he also said that the success of Tesla can be measured by its stock value, not just its sales figures, which he has used as evidence for the automaker's difficulties already being overcome, despite a lot of declines, right? We've seen a lot of declines in demand, and again, while sales are apparently doing very well at this point, they don't anticipate any sales shortfall. And essentially, he views the stock market as a big indicator, suggesting that as the company is now back over $1 trillion, it is a good identification that the market is aware of the situation and what could be coming. Now, that's really interesting to hear, especially at a time where we are seeing Elon Musk again doubling down on a major rebound in demand for Tesla. Again, this is without really any evidence, so let's have a read of the latest. So Elon Musk is asserting in a second interview yesterday that his electric car company has turned a corner after producing dismal results in the last quarter. So we've seen a major rebound in demand. This is what he said to Bloomberg. So he said this to a CNBC reporter as well. So he said this specifically to a CNBC reporter, and he also said that vehicles sales have already turned around to a Bloomberg reporter. So essentially doubling down on this twice. He provided little in the way of evidence. You can see a bit of the chat transcript here. Now, this is really quite interesting because obviously one thing that we've been seeing is Elon Musk's really bullish stance on Tesla, and of course you would kind of expect this in a way, but then we see little in terms of evidence or details. Now, being the CEO of Tesla, as you might expect, there is a possibility that Musk does know something that we don't, but it's also noted, or worth noting, that doesn't necessarily make it true, right? Just because he says something doesn't necessarily make it true. And we don't really know for sure what the demand is going to be like for Tesla in the near future. So it's going to be really interesting to see if this is the case. As you guys know, recently we've seen Tesla sales decline significantly. And if we have a look at this, we can see whilst there is no US data, analysts track VIN registrations and dealer inventory. Now, amongst other data points, they use this to come up with estimates. So the FactSet consensus analysis estimate for quarter 2 deliveries are 405,000, 9% below what it delivered last year in quarter 2, and analysts expect the company to also deliver fewer vehicles in 2025 than in 2024, which itself was a disappointing year for Tesla. So the question is, what happens next? Again, we've got Tesla employees suggesting that there might be a demand issue, but how is it going to play out? Are we potentially looking at a rebound for Tesla, as Elon Musk may suggest? Should we look to how the market prices things rather than how the sales figures look? And is this really more of a long-term play at this point? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed it, do make sure to give us a like and subscribe, and I hope I will see you again soon. Goodbye.